Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's video. Another market update for you today from sunny Bali. I am in the heart of the rainforest here. Got a new place to stay. Got my office set up, back up and running. So yeah, time for another market update for you. If we have a look at the Bitcoin chart, then yeah, we've had a bit of a drop. So to start Uptober, we have, of course, moved down. Hardly surprising, to be honest. We were looking for a move down that would take out those previous week lows, that would come to around about this 382. I don't really want to see it go significantly lower than this. Otherwise, that does bring in quite much deeper targets here. But for me, this is looking like a really good area to get a good bounce here. So, of course, yesterday we did have some, it was coupled with some tension with the Iran-Israel stuff. That always tends to happen when we do get these drops, and they're always very, very, very short-lived. So all this has really done is we were looking for the move down anyway, and this has just slightly extended that down. Okay, we have closed through this daily gap zone. This is the one that we did, of course, invert, and we were looking for that 65050 TP level. That is where we took profit on longs. And then I was able to get into a short position that I am still holding now, but I have taken profit. I did have take profit levels at that previous week low. That was the bare minimum for me. But of course, you push beyond that a little bit. You start to liquidate, stop out those long positions, squeeze out some long positions, and then just consolidate once again here. So if we're looking at the higher time frames, okay, because we are in a new quarter, we are in a new month. All right, so that's something I do want to touch upon. Let's just look at the quarterly chart first of all. And things are looking pretty good. To be honest, we have had how many is this? We had that, of course, break above those all-time highs that gave us that highest quarterly close of all time, a quarterly close above our previous all-time highs. We've then had 1-2 quarters of consolidation, and we are dipping, but we are importantly holding support here. All right, so we are holding that support. We're not seeing any closes below there, and we're really not looking at significantly lower here. I do think that there's plenty of room to the upside that's going to take us well beyond that 100K level as we go in towards the end of this year and onto next year. Now, some things that people are looking at is this bearish divergence here on the RSI. But if you take a look, we've got loads of room to the upside. Okay, so this could give us a 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters of upside. That will take us much, much, much higher in terms of dollar value before we even come to start to test into this, this trend line from the 2 previous bull run highs that we have had. And also, if we are to look at the monthly, then there's a similar picture over there, right? So the monthly holding above that support. So where we really don't want to see prices closing below is basically below those previous monthly levels. All right, so we are holding this zone as support. We are holding above those previous all-time highs from a close perspective. We're not getting any acceptance below. And if we're looking at our 12 monthly EMA here, then holding that as support, and I would be looking for this to break out. So my bias still very clear is that we are going to be going higher throughout the rest of this quarter into next year. And it's a similar picture here on the RSI, right? Still, other people are talking about all the divergence that we've got, but once again, loads of room to the upside. Okay, you could have a move all the way up to take you into this 84 on the RSI that goes into towards next summer here. So loads of space, loads of room. In fact, that's more than next summer. Okay, that the line I just drew took you into 2026. Now that's of course unlikely. But it just goes to show that there is still plenty of room left to go. I do consider this to be a pit stop before the next highs, essentially. That's enough on the high time frames, really. There's not really anything else that we need to look at. The picture is very clear. We're in the middle of the bull run, and we are looking for that extended wave higher. It's going to take us beyond 100K. Going down onto the actual chart, the meat of it, the stuff that you can actually trade day to day. Then a decent drop to start the week and to start the month. Sorry, it is what day is it? I lose track of time so much over here. It is a Wednesday. So yeah, a decent move down to start the new month, but also to start the new week. We have seen that price action moving down towards that 382, which is the zone that we were really looking for here. Take things in a little bit closer. This is the short position that I was able to get into. I have taken profit. I am still holding that, but we're getting a decent bounce. And actually, we have 1 hour left of this 4-hour candle. If we can get a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle after a pretty high volume low that got put in here, that once again, what we continue to do is correct impulses on all of these moves. Okay, you had an impulse, it got corrected. You have an impulse, it's getting corrected. So it's just very, very straightforward. We're in an uptrend, and we continue to trade it as such. However, within the whole range, we are still range bound. So we are looking for basically trades on both sides until one of those breaks. That actually is another chart that I just want to show you. We are still in a range, right? Okay, so I did the high time frame stuff, but I did just want to show this channel. It's a lot clearer if you just put it on a line chart, which just shows you the closes. Then you can see we have had this rotation from highs to lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then all of this is internal. But what we're doing now is we're holding this midpoint, and we are holding those moving averages, the 50 and the 200 EMA here, and the 100 is also in here. So we have a nice cluster of moving averages. If we can hold this zone, then I do think we can be looking for a break above within the next few weeks, and then that takes us up to new all-time highs. Forgot to mention that a minute ago, but let's just get that in there now. Going on to the lower time frames, okay, let's just have a look at this bounce, because I think we're coming into a really key level where I could actually be targeting a small short position here. So, of course, with the move down that we had yesterday, we did see some really high volume as we started to take out that previous week low. So the low was taken, people went long, stopped, all right, coupled with news and events and all of this kind of stuff that was going on overnight. Don't pay any attention to it. Just trade the chart, but it did just extend this move a little bit lower than maybe a lot of people thought it would. But I don't consider that to be a bad thing at all, especially if you're holding a short position, so it's all good. Let's look at our key levels. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. So we have our monthly point of control and our previous day points of control here, just below, well, essentially at 62k. All right, so if we are going to get that move into 62k, I think you could target short positions that take us back into this cluster of support that we have down here at 60,800 to 61,200. All right, so if you are looking for short positions intraday, little scalps, little day trades, then I do think we could see some kind of move here. I would like to see this hold a support. We did get enough downside yesterday. Of course, a sweep of these weekly lows, those previous day lows could still be there, especially if they do start to form divergence over here. But yeah, it would certainly be an area in which I would look for shorts, but I wouldn't necessarily be looking for another lower low, even though we do have this local downtrend. This has been quite a nice reaction that we've seen so far. If we can reclaim this level, 62k, hold it as support, then I see no reason why we can't come up to the next area of confluence, which is our weekly point of control, previous week open, and I've marked this as previous month open, but it is just our monthly open. So our monthly open there at 63,300, our previous week open there at 63,580, and then if we take a look at the whole range point of control as well, then that's just sat a little bit below us. So this is our yearly POC. Is it going to load up? So if we do look at our yearly POC, then that's just slightly below here. So we come back into that high volume area. This is really the area that you want to see flip back into support again if you are looking for a break towards those all-time highs. Because if we are going to go higher than this, yes, we've got levels above we can be looking at. We still do have that previous yearly POC, which is now just this high volume node at 67,500. Yeah, basically it's level to level. Okay, we have key levels here, we have key levels up here. If that can get flipped, we are looking to take out these highs once again and move up towards 67,500, and then beyond that it's really just, yeah, all-time highs. If there is to be more of a move down, then for me it's pretty simple. It's 57k. All right, so if we do like continue to see this downtrend, right, I am looking for 57k. I'd like to see these lows. There's a couple of poor lows down there. Your yearly value area low is at 56,500, so that would be the area that I would be looking for, that deeper retrace. And of course, if we are going to get that deeper retrace, then right now we are at this 382, but if we just add our 618 on here, and that takes you down towards there. Okay, you've got your 618, 702, 786. That is the zone. That is that golden pocket zone that you would be looking for those maybe compounding long positions, maybe getting into new long positions again, with, of course, an invalidation of these lows here. Right now, because it's a shallow retrace, it's a bit difficult to go low with like you can't really have a wide stop all the way down here, so you've basically just got to day trade this. But there's plenty of stuff that we can be trading. The move down, of course, did give us some really juicy levels that we can use as confluence. Not only do we have the levels there, but of course we do have, where's my drawings tool thingy gone? I don't know, but of course it has created this gap. All right, we can remove this one. We do have a 4-hour gap that takes us back into that like 63 to 63,500 zone once again here. So yeah, really not a whole lot more that I need to be saying on this. Right now, if this does lose some momentum, this is a weird little move, isn't it? It's just been kind of like straight line up, very low volume, not a lot going on. But I'd be tempted to short this at the very least, back down here. So you've got a decent little short position. Maybe it just pops up a little bit higher, right? 62, drop back down. See if you can catch some long positions. It's that kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, nothing really more to update upon here. For those of you in the crew, I have my setup again. So internet here, because I'm just in the middle of the country, in the middle of the forest, unable to do those live streams. I think they'll be a little bit difficult. I don't quite have the internet speed, but it's fine for doing video updates. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to ask, of course, I'm going to be around in the Discord. We'll be able to easily run rooms within the Discord using the voice chat and all of that as well. And if you're interested in joining the crew, of course, do go visit toroscrypto.com if you are new to the channel. Also, come and follow myself and the rest of the team on Twitter. So if you go onto Twitter, onto X, and go to @toroscrypto, then you can see a bunch of stuff that we've got going on here. So, of course, good profits being made, even whilst I've been on my travels here. So those nice short positions that we had on Bitcoin, people trading the NASDAQ, very, very profitable. And a third trading combine pass there for Andy Alexander. So legacy markets, crypto markets, no matter which direction things are moving, crew are smashing it all the time. And you get all of my market updates on there as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to call it there. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.